You guys know how many times I travel internationally lately, but almost never in the US except for business. And this is something I'm trying to change this year. Both my wife and I feel that it's time for us to explore the US. There was a time, believe it or not, when I wasn't permanently living here, that I was traveling to the US and spending a lot of time in different cities. I've been from New York down to Key West, from San Francisco to Las Vegas, and many places in between as a tourist before I start living here. And this is something I missed, and I think this year is the year where I'm gonna stop the international trips or at least not invest so much in them and travel within the US. Starting April, I'm going to do the first going to New York and possibly other places around there. And we're going to continue. Hopefully, my wife really wants to do Alaska, but I don't know about that. It's like too much. Anyway, for that reason is why I started going for hotel cards. Hotel cards always make sense. I talked about this many times on this channel. They always make sense. They're probably the only cards that even if you don't use, they always make sense. You pay $95, $99 a year, and you get a free anniversary night, which also many times will include an upgrade because of the status that that credit card gives you. So they always make sense. You're gonna get at least 100% in profit. You pay $95, you get $200, $300 room, so immediately you make your money back easy. Now, as I was in Chicago and I was looking through my options and how many points I have so I can start scheduling trips, I realized that my IHG points were gone and I had no idea. Funny thing, I was in Chicago and they were used by somebody in Chicago somehow. I didn't even have the credit card with me, so I know it wasn't me. So I called IGS. I made this announcement on my profile here, and but I called IGS after that, and they were very, very, very nice to me. They were very helpful. Immediately, they gave all the points back. So thankfully, my 152,000 points are back. Now, the person that used those points obviously didn't know anything about credit cards because they exchanged all those points, as they told me, for Amazon gift cards, and they got like a couple $100 of a gift card. What the heck? They're smart enough to take your points, but not smart enough to use them. Anyway, the point is that my experience with IGS is even better now. So I thought I'd double down. My credit card was the business version. At the time, I thought it makes the more sense. They had a very good offer. So there's room for me to get the IHG personal card. And I did. I got approved. I got it and currently working on the sign-up bonus. The one thing I didn't do, or I tried to do but wasn't approved, was to get the United Explorer card. Unfortunately, I wasn't patient enough, so I applied for both credit cards. I got the IHG, but obviously because it was too soon, I got declined for the Explorer, United Explorer. Thankfully, though, I asked my wife, I sent her the link to apply for that card, and she got approved for 70,000 points. So she's going to add me as an authorized user to get that extra 5,000 points. And we're going to get 70,000 United points. On top of that, 140,000 IHG points that's going to be added to my already 152,000 points. So we're looking at 300,000 points. Why is this important? Why is this important for this April trip in New York? Is because I have a cousin that was recently married and he's visiting. and I don't want them to pay for the trip in New York. I'm gonna drive them there. We're all gonna drive, the four of us, no kids, hopefully. And I want to have this as a wedding gift for them. And also, it's the first time in the US. And I want them to get that experience. So I'm gonna book both rooms with points. And as you know, we get the fourth night free when you book with points. So my hope is that I will get 4 nights for each of us couples. So 2 rooms for 4 nights completely free with points. And then these credit cards always make sense because they're both gonna have the anniversary night. I already have one. And talking about that, I'm gonna go to Hyatt right now because I was looking into Hyatt and I still love Hyatt. I really do. I love Hyatt and I love their point system, but they have gotten a little too expensive. Now, if I compare them to IHG, if I compare them to Marriott or whatever else, Hilton, it's not even close. It's still the best deal, period. But I have to say that I'm a little disappointed by how much inflation has affected their values there. Because I was looking, for example, hotels in New York. Now, if I go to the same Hyatt at the train station, Grand Central Station, that is like 25,000 points. That's what it used to be also. But any other hotel has really skyrocketed. Like it's almost 1-to-1. Now you're gonna say it's New York, but it was the same thing for Andes. Well, same thing. In Andes in Costa Rica that I always talk about and bring as an example, I used to go for 20,000 points. At the very dead period, I've seen it for 25,000 now, but typically I see it for 30,000. So it got 50% more expensive to go to a Hyatt hotel with points than it used to be. And on top of that, keep in mind that the discoverist status that the Hilton, the Hyatt card gives is just above member. Like your member here, there's nothing you have to do, just sign up. And then there's discoverist. So which is, they have like 3 statuses if I remember correctly, except the member, and it's like right on the bottom. Which is kind of disappointing. The IHG gives me the Platinum, which is the second highest. That's pretty good for a $95, $99 annual fee card. And I think it right now it competes on a level ground with Hyatt when it comes anniversary nights, 4th night free, because yes, the points are much worse value than the Hyatt, but when you add the 4th night free, that deal becomes a whole lot better. But yeah, that's some thoughts, some news I had to share. Let me know what you think should be my next move. Should I reapply for the United Explorer anytime soon? I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't get it. I wanted those 70,000 points. I'm happy that both the IHG that I just got and the United Explorer offer TSA pre and global entry, so my wife will be able to apply. So we finally can both travel in style. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one. Ciao.